All right, y'all ready to go to hell?
Send us to hell, Dan.
Always.
Already there.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
It's that time again. It's been a bit. What we're doing a broken phone today with Alex, Chaz, Dan, Hal, Hayley, Jeff, Juliette, Mao, and myself. And I'm reading my book first. Oh, here goes something.
This can only go well.
The DNA matched. There was no mistaking it. The man standing at the front door truly was a third Mario brother. Mario and Luigi were speechless at first, but then welcomed him in. "You're really, one of us?" Mario asked nervously, fiddling his hat in his hands. "Look at the stash, bro," Luigi spat, his back turned, staring at the slowly dripping sink.
No.
Mario smiled at the visitor, newly emboldened by his brother's reassurance. "I'm sorry I ever doubted you." He reached out for a handshake. Luigi continued to stare at the slowly dripping sink. He recognized that color. The lime green drips started pooling in sync until a familiar shape rose from the puddle. Luigi's heart sank. Mario let out a gasp, and the ominous voice reverberated from the bathroom tile. "It's me, Guigi."
It was Hal.
Guigi stared at Luigi and Mario as if expecting a warm welcome. Luigi began sobbing in the corner while Mario screamed, attempting to shove Guigi down the drain. "Get out of my house!" But shoving Guigi down a drain was like trying to nail Jell-O to a wall. He couldn't be gotten rid of so easily as all that. Mario now found himself in the unenviable situation of having Guigi all over his hands as Luigi's sobs echoed. "Mamma mia!" Mario cried. "Why do you have to be like this?" Luigi was normally dramatic, but as Guigi, even worse. He violently scrubbed his hands under the water, wishing to be rid of his weeping, gooey brother. "Mario, I'm so sorry," Guigi said from the sink. Mario reached for a towel to dry his hands, but knocked over the baking soda and vinegar into the sink. The two combined with Guigi. Green foam overflowed onto the floor and began to fill Mario's throat. As his mustache became soaked in the liquefied remains of his ghost brother, Mario heard Luigi's shouts resonate from inside his own esophagus. "God forgive me!" Mario shed a single tear. All was darkness. The end.
Oh my God.
Lord. I
I
had
had-
to lay down, I think.
I had
need
one
to
page
pray.
to wrap that up.
I'm already done. I'm already done with this game, and we've just done one.
That was
I have
a
to
lot.
take a shower.
That was such a great introduction for the third Mario brother.
So this is Broken Phone. Generally how it goes.
This is
Let's go.
This is a great moment in time for anyone watching. You have someone you know that's never seen this series. Send them this video.
Like your mom, your aunt, your grandma.
No, please don't traumatize
this
me.
this is the
Luigi.
one. This is the video to send them.
No.
You're missing,
Alrighty.
brother.
Yeah, your
That's,
brother is the one.
It's time for Dan's book.
Dan.
Okay. Link, drunk on too many noble pursuits, got behind the steering stick in the Zonai car. "Okay, Korak, where's your friend again?"
Love your Link voice.
The Korak cracked a smile. "To find what you truly seek, my highly friend, you must follow the noble eightfold path." The Zonai car startled to sputter. "Started? I can read." Link grimaced as he gripped the control bars tighter. The Korak smile faltered. The car's headlights... Why is the car... Okay, capitalized. The car's headlights blinding the little spirit. Yeah. Oh.
What happened then?
It was very
Yeah.
glitch. It was great.
Yahaha! Lynx laughed maniacally as the engine revved. Link pulled down his goggles and opened the throttle of his motorcycle. Oh,
What?
don't worry, little Korak pal. We'll find your friend. He yelled at the spirit sitting in his sidecar. The bike lurched forward, and the Korok let out a wail. Link realized the Korok's backpack was stuck in the wheel. He watched in horror as the spirit's leafy body was instantly jammed in the wheel well. Link knew it couldn't actually feel pain.
Wow.
So he ripped them out without a second thought.
Oh no.
Battered and bruised, the Korok again muttered, "I need to reach my friend." Link felt bad about the incident, but this time he had a great plan. He pulled out a rocket. Fear, terror, and finally resignation. All these emotions flashed through Corey the Korok's tired eyes. "I need to reach my friend." Barely a whisper escaped his chapped lips. His eyelids shut. Link struck. The rocket lit. But Corey would never reach his friend, for Link had placed the Korok in the path of the rocket exhaust as a final coup de grace. All this for naught, or was it? Was the Korok flammable? Would Link's twisted plan come to its dark fruition? I held the home button and pressed A to put the switch and shut the fridge mode. The lines between reality and my dreams were blurring, which meant it was well past bedtime. I turned the TV off, rolled over, and drifted into blissful rest.
The end.
We'll never know the fate of Corey.
My knees literally buckled upon reading Corey the Korok.
I do love Corey the
I'm at a
Korok.
standing desk, and my knees literally buckled, and I almost fell to the floor.
Yeah. His name's Corey.
None of them have names, Chaz.
I was assuming it was Corey in the house.
They normally don't have fear either, but this one.
This one knew too
Excellent
much.
Juliette is up next.
Today was the day I was finally going to make the legendary potato salad recipe that had passed down to my family for generations. Okay, seems like I have all the ingredients for our family potato salad. Potatoes, mayo, eggs. Oh, can't forget the chocolate pudding. That's the best part.
Where does this go?
You're welcome.
Oh, God. The finishing touch for this delicious salad is genuine. I didn't read ahead.
Oh my god. This entire...
It's okay to just start over. Alex does this to people.
I can't even look at it.
Imagine how I feel.
I know. I feel bad. I wish you luck.
I think I made it worse.
We can do it.
Oh,
we can
good.
do it. All of us collectively together, we can do this.
Okay. It's genuine spider cream. I'd better ask my husband, Wisconsin Greg, if he's finished milking the spiders. Wisconsin Greg! I shouted. You finished milking them spiders out there in the spider barn yet? Need that genuine spider cream to finish off this salad I'm making. I turned to our dinner guest. Sorry about that.
Sorry about that.
No.
Sorry.
No. No.
Listen, I moved here and met Wisconsin Greg.
Oh, Wisconsin Greg.
I just knew the guest was a Michelin star inspector, and oh my god.
Good luck with that.
A lot of French.
Salade à la crème d'araignée.
Was la pièce de résistance. I needed to get a scar. Scar? From milking the spiders. I needed to get a scar. Oh my god. Star. I'm so tired.
No, it's just that we're so funny.
I needed to get a star. God damn it, Wisconsin Greg better not fail me. I whispered a short prayer to the dairy gods.
As I do every day.
What? Mundus! The man yelled as the plate reached his table. Can this be? He stood up and marched to the kitchen. I tried to act nonchalant as he burst through the door, but he was having none of it. Where is the spider? He yelled. The spider. It's, what's a spider? My diversion was flawless, but the man somehow saw through it. He disc golfed the plate directly towards my skull. I ducked just in time. It shattered against the chef's mighty torso. The chef looked down at his bloodied chest. What have you done? I stared at the chef and then back at my assailant. It was clear the chef was furious, but I had a suggestion. Chef, what if your blood is the missing ingredient? Have I been a vampire this whole time? Brilliant, the chef cried, throwing himself into the pot. We honestly didn't even miss him, but we knew that being the final ingredient was his dream. We all got jobs working from home as accountants and never thought of him again.
I tried to write final. It's this. I did not know which book this was until I got to the one before mine, and I'm sorry that I wrote finally and not final, but this was a lot for me to experience as a human being, and I will be talking about this with my therapist.
It was very.
Yeah, I think I need to go sleep for like 15 hours.
Wisconsin.
If you had asked me, I thought this was like a Super Mario RPG cake thing.
Oh, because of
But
the
it wasn't.
What Have You Done?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it wasn't.
No.
Wisconsin
So
Greg
much.
is the funniest thing I've ever read.
I do wish Wisconsin Greg was in mine.
He's getting married to Irish Ted.
I love Wisconsin Greg and Irish Ted.
I was Irish Ted the whole time.
Power couple.
Their reception drink is spider cream. All right, just
Oh no!
Oh, spider cream. Man, it sure is another scorcher, I exclaimed. I'm going to brave my local McDonald's and hope their McFlurry machine is working. What frozen delights I would find there. When I arrived at the McDonald's, right, the golden arches were drooping in the heat. I didn't think we could live another day without air conditioning. The paper says tomorrow's gonna be hotter. My husband murmured threateningly. Okay, I already love that this has been picked up on. Maybe the ice cream machine will be working, I joked, secretly hoping it to be true. He didn't laugh. When we reached the sliding door, it slid open and we were bombarded with a cacophony of children crying, parents yelling, and the McShlankies clown mascot. Skrongold McDrongold was shrieking with
I knew
rage
his
as he swung his cyber halberd around the room. I yelled to my friend, "Watch out! Those lasers can cut through human flesh like butter." I still wanted that milkshake.
It's giving, Alex.
It is.
Kevin dodged Skrongold McDongold's cyber halberd as the clown continued to scream, "You can't have the Grimace milkshake! It is forbidden!" I held out my hand. "Kevin, toss me the milkshake."
I like how it's off-brand Skrongold McDrongold, but it's just
Still
regular
Grimace
Grimace.
Yes. Kevin Gooma stomped Skrongold McDrongold, surprising him so much that he dropped the cyber halberd with a screech. Kevin threw the Grimace shake to me. I put the straw to my lips and ate of the forbidden purple ambrosia.
I love. Totally love that game.
Forbidden purple ambrosia. The Grimace shake went straight to my brain. I could see into the future. I could understand math, and I remembered what happened years ago. Kevin Gooma shouted, what's a Gooma shout? "Now's the time! You need to end Skrongold McDrongold's life! Do it now!"
I believe Kevin picked up the last name.
Yeah, I think I did too. That's fine. I grabbed the Grimace straw out of my Grimace shake cup and hurled it like a javelin towards Skrongold McDrongold's. It flew fast. It flew true. Kevin Gooma cheered as it struck Skrongold in his weak point. But it didn't go in. It just impacted the surface. Skrongold could not be stopped as our minds and wills fell before him and our entire existences became McDrongold land. We can only look upon the desolation and say, "I'm loving it."
Beautiful. Beautiful ending.
Yes,
That-
beautiful.
That is an example of no, but
I only realized now, hearing Jeff read it, that the phrase was Goomba stomped, not Kevin Goomba stomped Struggle McDrungled, because I was like, that's weird. They didn't capitalize Kevin's last name.
No, I think it was better for it. I think it's better for it.
So here's the thing. When I wrote my second comment, right? When I wrote the second one, I was like, oh, I'm not going to mention Grimace. We can't talk about the Grimace shake here. It's going to be not cool by the time this comes out. And then y'all brought it there anyway.
My favorite part of this book is that, according to Stephen, two amazing superpowers are seeing into the future and also understanding math.
And remembering.
I mean, it is.
Listen, I can neither understand math or remember what happened years ago, so these are superpowers.
Excellent.
That's great. That was excellent. Thank you.
Excellent book. It is Hayley's turn.
Oh, God. Okay.
Oh no! I'm sorry, Hayley, for everything.
Everything I've just read, it's out of me. I am pure. I am cleansed. Dusk fell on the village like a cat knocking over a glass of water. That's how it was after the incident. I shouldered my ancestral Jansport and hustled back towards the town gates.
I love ancestral Jansport.
Yes, that's so good.
Jimmy John greeted me at the town gates.
Oh,
Run into any melty men today, Jess? After the incident, some people started inexplicably started melting and attacking people. Luckily not today. Just then, the shadow of a large figure darkened our door. He sauntered in as Jess and Jimmy John's figured their pencil. Look, there's been a lot that's happened today. He sauntered in as Jess and Jimmy John fingered their pistols cautiously. Howdy there, strangers, called the man. It'd be a real shame if I started melting a little teensy bit. The figure emerged from the shadows. It was a 6-foot-tall chocolate Easter bunny. Jess and Jimmy John aimed their pistols. "What are you doing here, bunny?" they screamed. The bunny formed a maniacal smile. "I'm here to do one thing. Dance." And with that, the bunny leapt at Jimmy John and aggressively entango-fied him. Jess shrieked as the two spun around at the darkened bakery. JJ's pistol sank into the bunny's melty paw, leaving him helpless in the swirling twirling. "You can't kill me in a way that matters," the bunny cackled as Jimmy John's pistol got gummed up with the leering Legomorph's jiggling ectoplasm. Jess and Jimmy John exchanged terrified glances as the bumpkin and the bunny struggled. With a clank, the gummed-up pistol fell to the ground. Jimmy John gasped as the four of them looked anxiously at each other. They piled on each other.
God damn it.
Jess whined as the bunny got kicked her gut, but Jimmy John wasn't letting them get away. Jimmy John dove for the gummed-up pistol, and he felt his hand closed around the grip. He flung his arm with such force that the firearm was cast into the water. The four of them looked at each other, confused by his actions. The fuck, man? How is this going to end? Where the pistol fell, the water started to bubble and glow, slowly at first, but then with more intensity until it was a full-on geyser. Luminescent water rained down and the gun fell right into Jimmy John's hand. He grinned and took aim.
Good cliffhanger, Mal.
Thank you.
Yes.
Where
love
did
it.
we add another person?
Who knows?
A lot.
It's unclear.
The bumpkin.
I loved
Yeah,
that.
who's the bumpkin?
No, that
Where did
was
the bumpkin come from?
it was describing Jimmy John. It was like I was trying to come up with a descriptor that was not repetitive.
Okay, I see where that happened.
See,
Okay.
I tried to start this as like a Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, like a brick, you know, like it floats in the air as a brick doesn't. But then it got real crazy.
I brought Melty back, but then it left again.
I didn't start with Melty, so Melty
Oh, that's
doesn't
true.
belong.
Incredible.
Milkman.
It was a beautiful story.
Anyway, Ancestral Jansport.
Ancestral Jansport is very good.
It is so good.
Mal, it's time for your book.
Oliver sighed. He was getting overrun with tomatoes. His garden kept growing and he was harvesting a metric ton every day. What was he going to do with all of these tomatoes? But Oliver's sigh was one of relief. You see, he had read that an exponentially multiplying quantity of tomatoes was the perfect path to independent wealth, indeed, to being the richest. Mathematician/farmer in the entire tri-state region. Oliver kept his eyes closed while nodding sagely. I accept your conditions, Tomato Lord. I will harvest and home the entire field, else forfeit my life. My word is my juicy bond.
Oh.
The Tomato Lord smiled, its juicy grin, before raising a long, slender hand and facing it in the air. Seeds shot out of its hand and spread across the field, embedded into the ground. Then the heavens opened. And raining from the heavens was nutrient-filled water. Tomato plant buds sprang up from the dirt to meet their rainbow illusion savior in midair. The Tomato Lord pulled his hands back to his chest, smiled, and sighed as he witnessed all of the children he helped to create. And now, the harvesting, said the Tomato Lord. Immediately, the tomato plants became excited. Harvest us! Harvest us! All the tomatoes began chanting. Oh no! The mighty Tomato Lord unbuckled his cape and threw it to the ground. Suddenly, a herd of deer emerged from the edge of the woods. Come to enjoy the harvest, have ye, belted the Tomato Lord. He unsheathed his blade. His weird, lumpy tomato head glistened in the sunlight. His blade drawn, he rushed towards the herd of deer. Craving tomatoes from the Tomato Lord? Come, have a taste! I closed the book. Daddy, my son asked, is that why you named me Tomato Lord? Yes, my beautiful son, I said, kissing him on the head. We never wanted to forget his sacrifice that day. My son wept under his terrible burden. The end.
Incredible.
What the actual fuck?
Surprisingly coherent the whole way through.
I just love. Is that why you
sort
named me
of-
Tomato Lord?
If Chaz had given me the gift of like a lot of more letters, I was trying to type something about like the daughter asking why she was named after the deer, but I didn't do that.
That was great. I loved that.
Yes. Wonderful, wonderful. Time for Hal.
Why do you think we're here? He asked, confused. I don't know. That's the beautiful thing about life. We don't know anything, but we find joy, the boy mused contently. The man asked, you're in my office for skipping class.
But boy.
Was I skipping class? Or was I experiencing the world as it truly is? Breaking through the barrier of the veil of society, seeing beyond the depths of... The man cut off the boy's diatribe by slapping the entire... What? An entire large trout upon the desk.
What?
James, this is trout class, where you must identify a trout. Now, is the fish in front of you a trout? The teacher yelled at the student. James looked at the flopping fish on his desk. Yes? The teacher shouted at James. What's your problem? It's obviously a sea bass. F. James looked down angrily at his sea bass. He needed at least a C+. For fuck's sake. He needed at least a C+ to pass trout class. He squeezed his eyes shut, and a single tear fell on his fish. Did you really think your tears would help? The teacher shouted at James. This isn't a movie. Crying doesn't magically change a fish. It was at this moment that James realized it was over his dream of a trout degree had been dashed. James knew what to do. He immediately called his upline. My teacher told me Fish College isn't real.
What?
There was a brief pause before Brandina responded. You need to cut him out of your life. Just like the rest of your family. He's toxic. James shouted back to Brandina, Fish College can't be real. Sure, there are stingrays and whales and shit, but my teacher told me that it was just an aquarium. He could hear Brandina sigh over the phone. They're lying to you, James. Fish College is real. Birds are real. Seeing is believing. Embrace your destiny and get your degree. Become the fish master you were always meant to be. James lowered the phone, hesitated at the threshold, then walked into the light.
Wow.
Man,
Okay.
Wow.
that was something special. Oh, God.
I love that, according to the storyline, that there is a trout class, but there is absolutely not a fish college. That'd be silly.
Also, Mal, how dare you sneak that Animal Crossing reference into there?
So good.
God. I love Fish College so
There's
much.
so much happening. There's so much happening. Everything happens so much.
All right. Next up is mine. Salt. Glorious salt. From my waking moments to my last moment of consciousness, my mind's eye ever turns, anxiously, inexorably, to salinity. Another new day dawned, and a briny breeze wafted into my nose. It was the day I would become the saltiest and accomplish my life's goal. I lived salt, breathed salt, worshipped salt, used it to purify my sumo ring.
No.
I called Doyo Dave over to inspect my saline stompy sand. He stuck his sniffer in the salt, and a slight smirk sprouted on his skin. You missed a spot, he said. The spirits are going to be a little salty.
Alex.
Salty spirits springing from my salt sling? I said, I have a suspicion that someone surreptitiously sabotaged my saline style this Sunday. I screeched. He saw my silhouette, shrieked, and shook.
Incredible.
Beautiful, Juliette.
Incredible.
Beautiful.
Okay, I did not understand. Okay.
You didn't run with the alliteration. That's okay.
Here we go.
That is assonance.
Hold on,
Assonance in
everybody.
its
Hold
prime.
on.
I ran towards the car, drinking my salty spirit drink on the way. Man, this salty boy is strong. The monster kept shrieking and started sprinting towards me.
Oh,
The monster.
the monster.
There's a monster now.
It's a
Monster.
monster now.
Salty monster.
Suddenly, I realized, what the hell was I doing? The monster wanted my salty liquid, and me being stingy got us into this whole situation. I tossed the can behind me as I blew the monster a sassy kiss. I put the key into the cart ignition. I yanked it, and the cart roared into life. I tore away, and the monster growled in frustration. It bounded after me, and I pushed the accelerator harder as I glanced back. I noticed my mistake.
Oh, we lost Salt.
Oh no.
I was
Oh.
traveling towards the snarling monster faster and faster. I had left the cart in reverse, and if I corrected my mistake while the contraption was in motion, I destroyed its drivetrain entirely. Was there any possible escape now? As it turns out, no! I quickly made my peace with God and then barreled into the monster's mouth, becoming a tasty snack in the process. I hope I tasted good, ooh, but also I'm dead. Oop.
Thank you for making Chaz read that.
Steven,
Fired.
were you
That was-
cognizant of the fact that this was Chaz's book and he would have to read this as you wrote these words?
Also, I'm dead.
His audio just cut out, but he laughed so hard I could hear him across the house.
I am innocent.
Laugh harder, but in a way that Discord
Oh, God.
likes.
Oh, God. Oh.
I gotta say, you handled those S's expertly. That was something
Thank you.
else.
I hope I did Juliette justice.
It was great.
So much alliteration. Oh my god.
As soon as I
spent
realized
a
what was
long time on
happening,
that one.
as soon as I realized what was happening, I'm like, all right, I have to not screw this up. All right, our final book is from Alex.
Oh boy. Esther wrung her hands nervously. She had prepared her TED Talk for months, but she still had butterflies in her stomach. A stagehand approached her. "You're on in 5. She reached into her jacket pocket to retrieve her flashcards. "Let's go over this one last time," she thought, and her heart skipped a beat. It was her husband's shopping list. "Oh no, where are my flashcards?" It was obvious that Belinda had misplaced them. There wouldn't be a chance to go over the material one last time, and the exam was being passed out. She'd be okay, right?
What's happening?
Sadly, Belinda would not be okay. The exam arrived, dancing gleefully across her desk. "Yahoo! You don't know my contents. You're doomed to repeat this judo studies course for all time. Wahoo! The exam's owner was revolting. Belinda slapped the noxious exam. "Don't embarrass me like this," she hissed. "If I fail, you're going to be shred and turned into compost." The judo exam hesitated.
Oh, God.
"I don't believe you," it hissed hesitantly. "Oh, yeah?" She grinned.
I did not understand what Hayley wrote at all.
I was very clear.
"You're just ditto paper." The paper gasped. "How dare you?" Belinda entered the judo ring. "Come on, ditto paper. Let's see if you can beat me in judo then." Belinda knew she'd made the paper nervous. She knew she'd win this judo match.
I can't believe we're bringing back Ditto. As if it's like a thing that the youth care about.
Oh my God.
The judo match began, Belinda versus the paper. There were certainly events of great intrigue, and both entrants used legal moves. When the dust had settled, in a shocking upset, Belinda had surrendered. The paper had emerged victorious.
Oh, God.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, no.
You see, the paper was a cease and desist.
No.
Oh my god.
Belinda had lost before the fight had even begun. But Belinda had one final trick up her sleeve, an anti-slap. The paper couldn't have fought her legally. How would judo court solve this jam?
God, I'm so sorry.
That's amazing.
Belinda started training for the judo court, slapping everyone she met. Before long, he had slapped all 8 billion people on the planet. She was so powerful, she slapped the paper once, and it ceased the cease and desist. Belinda won. Yay.
Wow.
Man.
Wow. Yeah.
I don't know
that
anything
was-
about judo.
That was a heck of a book.
Yeah, you could hardly tell.
That was amazing.
That was a great TED
I
Talk.
made a Hail Mary, a Hail Belinda.
Hail Belinda.
Try and
It
save
was a
it.
Belinda
Hail
suit.
Belinda.
Whew. That was wonderful. It's been a bit since we've done Broken Phone, but we always love it. Thanks everyone for participating, and if you're watching this and you enjoyed it, be sure to click the like and also give us a theme, because we're gonna do
We'll
it.
ignore it.
We're gonna do it. This will be the time. This is gonna be the time.
Yeah, maybe this time we'll do it. So
If it's good enough, it's possible.
All of your themes so far have been bad, and you should be ashamed for suggesting them, but please give us more.
You're bad and you should feel bad.
We still believe in you,
To
despite
the person
you
who
doing bad.
continually submits clowns in all caps over and over. Just a few more times and we're going to do it.
Stop.
All of your
No.
comments on this video are going to be just clowns in all caps.
That's fine.
And
That's
if they are, don't.
still comments.
That's
It's going to be
fine.
great for engagement.
We'll be back with more Broken Phone in the future.